Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of March 14th through the 20th of 2016. I have to tell you, I'm more than excited to do this particular week, okay? It's been on my radar for years, absolutely for years, and now I understand why, okay? Because so many of you have been going through things for years. And this is finally the culmination of many years of disappointment, heartache, things that have happened. Now, I have to tell you, when you get to, let's say, the 16th, Jupiter trine Pluto, it's a big turning point. It's a positive turning point for you. It really is the culmination. You have endings taking place. Like finally, see, the situation that you've had for so long, it's had you feeling trapped. Now, mind you, I'm really jumping ahead here. Let's start back at the beginning, all right? Your life is basically being reborn. And it's through your decisions. And keep this in mind. It's through your decisions. You're going to have things, even though things are ending, you have things to celebrate. You finally possess the clarity that allows you to say, enough of that. I'm done. It's time to put my life together, And one of the things I noticed here is that this is a really mixed bag because this is for everybody. So it's a combination of mental, emotional, and financial. All right. Some of you, the financial issue has been a big thing. And this comes for many reasons. It could be through a job, work, career, a business that you have, things that you're taking care of. But at the same time, you're so overjoyed. And what's going to happen here, all right, even if it was a divorce and you had to end the divorce, for some of you guys out there, you're going to say, okay, I gave away this much. I have money left. Now I know how much is mine. I know how much I have to dispense to people. And this is the same with business or whatever. So there's a lot of organization taking place this week where you're able to put things in order and take care of things that I just think that for a long time you didn't know how to take care of them because these matters weren't resolved. So I'm seeing here that there are, legal things being handled this week. Matters that, were out of your control are starting to feel like you're regaining control. Now, I'm really liking this a lot, like a lot. I can't even begin to tell you. So, doing things sparingly before you really get, too far. In other words, if you're going over that ledger of who you have to take care of, that you're actually obligated to, then do that and do it in the way that it needs to be done. But you have last week's. Now, here's the thing. You probably think, okay, last week you had the full solar eclipse in Pisces, and, there's no eclipse this week. But there's one again next week. Okay, so what happens? You're sandwiched between the two. Do you think the energy has died down? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is a lot of news that comes your way this week. So you have endings, you have beginnings. And I really like the part about not feeling so trapped anymore. You're going to be actually at some point just thankful, even if it's only internal. It's not like I feel you go to the church and you kneel down and you say, thank you, God, for, getting me this far. But certainly the feeling, no matter your faith, is there that you need to give some credit where credit is due because you're amazed yourself that this all happened. This is a huge transition for you. Very huge. I just can't even begin to tell you. So, working out the balance in life. The challenges, they don't want to go away. Okay? I mean, it's not like you get this one big thing done and life's piece of cake from here on out. Unfortunately, no. I think that there's something that's going to come up. I mean, why wouldn't it? You have that lunar eclipse coming up next week. So life is going to present you another challenge. And, you still have some things looming over your head. But the one that you really wanted to do, I think you've made some progress with that, and you're liking the fact that now you can finally make some choices. Now, some of these choices, what's been difficult is that, perhaps you had to think a little outside of the box. Maybe you were trying a little too hard to conform to the way things are normally done, and the solutions were not found through that. So you really have to, you know, just put a lot of thought into it and work on your options. You see, when it comes to the challenges that are coming your way, there's a lot of hard work involved still to get to the next part. You've heard me say June, June, June. It's not a cakewalk from here to June, okay? It's like how to wrap all this up, get everything done, and move forward and have a new life. Now, there is that pain and separation associated with relationships and choices, but finally, and I feel this for not just the people who are like facing that divorce head on and taking care of those legal things that need to be done, but it's just that whatever that painful issue is facing it head on and taking care of it once and for all and being ready to move on, because it just, you're getting yourself together and you're ready to create a vision for your future and get everything. I mean, and when I say finances, even if the issue was not financial, everything always comes back to money and things that need to be handled. Now, I talked really fast today here, and I don't know why. I think it was just the excitement. But I want to put some cards down and see what else we have going on here. And, your burdens, you've carried them, I have to tell you, for a long, long time. All right? But finally, part of how you managed to get rid of those burdens was in changing your view on how you've been leading your life. So I like that. That's good. That's progress. That's real progress. You would never have laid that burden down and moved on if you did not change your perspective on things. So that's good. There's I think a period of like the next 6 months is going to be very important. And it kind of plays out in threes. All right. There's going to be constant changes taking place, but you're going to find April, May, June, July, August, September, however you want to put it, like between now and September, there's a lot of change. And when you get to September, I know this is a weekly one. I do this to you all the time, don't I? But there it is. You're going to reach that crossroads later on this year. Which way do you want to go? Because finally, something that you've hoped for so long is there. The possibility is there. And I'm just like, I have absolute chills. What do you want to do about it? The choice will then be yours. It won't be, I've wished for this. Okay, I want it. You're going to actually have the clarity to know whether or not it's still what you want and what you want to do about it. And I'd say by the harvest moon, which is when? September or October. It's one of those two. That you're going to be on your way. It's amazing. And you're going to be ready to explore that. So this is, while it's about this week, it's about everything that comes about as a result of this week. Like I said, this week is your turning point. And it's like where you go from here. But you really are kind of trying to seal the deal with the things that need to be handled. So this is important, and I'm glad that you're making this much progress. But you'll find that once you've done that and you're moving forward, I'm telling you, it's taking you to later this year where you get to the point where, see, life's just going to be totally different. So you can't really paint a picture for you right now of what it's like, other than it's so different that I don't think you've imagined it yet. Maybe only in a dream. So keep that in mind, because all I can say is I wish everyone luck. This is a beautiful week. It's got its highs, it's got its lows, and it certainly has a lot going on. But end it. Get out of that feeling of being trapped. Do whatever it is it takes to get your life, get to the other side. Once you get to the other side, the beginning will be there. And you have a whole lot of unknown territory ahead of you. All right. So I want to thank you all for listening. And I wanted to mention a couple of things before I stop here. Okay, I get an awful lot of messages from people, and I also read all the comments that everybody writes on Facebook and everywhere else. And, I have to say this with regard to the daily cards. I probably put more work into those than I do into everything else. And they come out every day. Facebook, WordPress, Twitter, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the day before. This is out of respect for people all around the world who listen and read my posts, okay? And I get a little perturbed at times when people, try to tell me what day of the week it is as if I do not know. So I'm going to just make everyone aware that I do know, but you need to be aware that there are others out there who are also reading and listening, who are trying to find their way through similarly tough experiences in their life. So remember, we're all in this together. And I'll see you all here again next week.